Hey guys, it's Danny Bell. I hope you guys are having an awesome day today so far. Today, I thought we could have a little bit of fun. I don't know about you guys, but one of the things I really struggle with in Animal Crossing New Horizons is coming up with villager yard ideas. So for today's video, I thought we could go over 10 Tropicore style villager yard ideas. I'm really excited to share these with you guys. These are yards from my newly relaunched Dream Address Cocobelle 2.0. So again, if you're looking for ideas for Tropicore villager yards, we're going to also peek on the inside. All of these houses have been fully renovated for these villagers. So if you're also looking for some interior builds, let's check it out. Okay, first things first, for our first yard, this is actually a tropical river floodplain. This is Claudia's yard. I love this space, and one of the things I was challenging myself with on this particular build is trying to come up with a creative way to create a floodplain with lots of small islands, and one of the easiest way to do that in Animal Crossing is to do it next to a river mouth. So if you have a river mouth space that you have a spot where you can nestle a little villager house in and then do some waterscaping to sort of cut out chunks of the land, this can work really, really well. It also adds a nice natural flow with the river itself. So we just sort of placed a lot of furniture to sort of match the pink and purple exterior of Claudia's house, because for any of you that have had her, she is, oh my goodness, a super extra lovely snooty villager. She's a tiger who's pink and purple with heart stripes. I absolutely love Claudia. So for sure wanted all of the coloring in her yard to sort of go with her vibe and her look. So really happy with how this came together. She has a little place to sunbathe over there, but we're gonna head inside and see how her interior came together. Hi Claudia, oh my gosh, I totally love her. I wanted her space to be really fresh and clean, mostly because her color is so bright and vibrant. It's really hard to find pinks and purples that are just the right tone to completely match the interior, and I really had a hard time with that. A lot of the furniture I started out having a lot of pink tones, but it just didn't quite look right since she's more of a fuchsia colored villager. So we went with a lot of the white tones and then just putting splashes here and there of the purple and pink and fuchsia to kind of add a little bit of flair for her in here. But yeah, all in all, really happy with how this came together. I think it still sort of suits her elegant vibe, and I was really excited to try out some of the glow-in-the-dark stickers here on this window. Okay, villager house number 2. This is actually a jungle jaguar cave. So this is actually inspired by a real life trip that my husband and I took to Belize. We did a tubing excursion and we had so much fun. There was an area known as Jaguar Caves, and guys, IRL, there was straight up Jaguar Tracks. It had rained the night before, and I was super excited to see some real life Jaguar tracks. And I know that Leonardo is technically a leopard, but I think he really is probably the closest villager to represent a jaguar. So that was kind of the idea behind his exterior for his yard. Inside, of course, since he's a jock type, I wanted to keep all of the manly, masculine vibes going, a lot of workout equipment. I kind of wanted it to look sort of like a bachelor pad for him, and I really love all of the new wall hangings that the 2.0 update gave to us, especially having this bike on the wall and then adding a trophy case. I think is perfect for him to sort of flex all of his accomplishments. Love the skateboard rack. That's definitely something that I want to use more of in the game, and so this was the perfect excuse to do it for sure. Yay, love it. Look at him check him out pumping his iron. Okay, for yard number 3, this is Savannah's yard. This space I actually wanted to be a little bit more like a Grassland Safari. It kind of has a completely different tonality for the rest of the island. Most of Cocobelle 2.0 is jungly, sort of Tropicore with a resort area, and then the backside is mostly jungle, but I wanted this little section specifically to be grasslands. I had thought seriously for a minute about creating an entire island similar to this style, but ultimately I decided that it would be fun just to kind of keep one little space on this island for Savannah to be her little grasslands area. Had so much fun putting out all of these springy ride-ons just to kind of create her little tribe over here of zebras hanging out in her yard. If you missed the video for the yoga build, there's actually a small yoga area back there, so if you missed that in the Cocobelle 2.0 series, please check it out. Now for her interior, I kept the flooring the same because I think it's super charming that some of these villagers have these funny flooring pieces in their houses or wallpaper that kind of go with their look and aesthetic. And I love the fact that she had the zebra flooring, but I wanted to make it a little bit less Zubaz wild looking, so we added this giant Aloha type of rug in the yellow tone to kind of tie everything together, but I really liked how this overhaul came together. All right, next on the list of villager yards, this is Flora's area. This is a space on the island that actually, if you watched the tour video of Cocobelle 2.0, this was actually sort of a happy accident. This space on the island was sort of overhauled back before the 2.0, when it was first created, before the 2.0 items dropped. And so all of the flamingo statues were already here, but it kind of got super overgrown. Lots of flowers, everything was sort of brambly. So really this spot was just meant to sort of be, I don't know, like an oasis, I guess is probably the best way to describe it. I wanted her whole backyard to sort of be this real thick, luscious area, and of course having all these things kind of overgrow over the last year really helped the process a lot to kind of look a little bit more natural. But all in all, I wanted it to be completely pink because for sure, not only is pink my favorite color, I know it's probably Flora's, and who doesn't love a charming pink flamingo who's all about becoming famous like Flora herself? So let's pop inside and check out how her interior came together. Okay, for her interior, oh, she's actually cooking, believe it or not. This is kind of funny. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but if you happen to have all of the Happy Home Paradise builds, the minimum 30, done to unlock the capability to redecorate your villager houses, if they happen to be cooking at their house, even if you put a stove in their house for them to use when they're cooking, sometimes their old existing kitchen will show up, and that's what's happened here. But really love how her vibe came together. Okay, number 5 on the list of villager yards for tropical ideas is this koala, sort of a zen koala area. Now this one I wanted to have a lot of waterfalls. I wanted to kind of keep everything sort of zen and red tones to kind of go with the original decorating or color scheme, I should say, for her house. Wanted to create this little area where she could sort of sit in a hot tub and relax, as well as a little patio, and then just kind of create this vibe that's sort of bamboo-like zen, and then trying to tie it into Leonardo's yard over here. We've added a couple of little cliff-top caves, but let's pop inside because we completely overhauled the inside of her house. Let's check it out. Yes. Oh, look at, she's so precious. Look at her sleeping. So the inside of her house, I wanted to bring the outdoors in rather. I kind of wanted to create this look of this private beach with a patio area where she can have cookouts and entertain her friends. The sisterly type villagers are very sociable most of the time, and they love having people over and just spending time with their girls. And so my idea was to create a space for her that was sort of outdoors but still had that vibe where she could have her patio chair, which was one of her original furniture pieces. Definitely like to incorporate some of those when possible. Okay, so number 6 on our list is tropical wetlands. This is Gail's spot on the island. I kind of like this. It's a very basic idea for a yard, but as you know, if you leave some of your villager houses on the beaches, it can be really fun. I think that if you have the right style beach with the right shape, it can be a really useful place to add decorating to your island, as well as find a place to put a villager house. Since Gail is an alligator, I kind of wanted her to have this wetland, like flooded area, but we used custom codes to sort of create the look of this flooded pond on top of the rock that was here, just kind of keeping it natural. She doesn't have a whole lot of placeable items unless you count the wheat field item, which of course behaves like a leaf pile, but let's pop in and see how her interior came together. Yay, super pink, guys. I know it looks like pink bubblegum, and I absolutely love it because, I mean, how cute is she? I love that she's got the sweet little heart on her nose, and I wanted to kind of keep it cutesy but give it a modern twist. So I think that's what we've accomplished here. Just adding a lot of the wall partitions, I think, can add a lot in a villager house. The wall partitions for sure take a lot of practice trying to get used to maneuvering them, especially in such a small square footage inside their houses. But all in all, I'm really excited with how this came together. I had a lot of fun with this build, experimenting with some of the ceiling pieces, and then just kind of creating a space where she can hang out and read. The normal types tend to really enjoy their quiet time and space, and so that's what I was hoping to accomplish with her house. Yay, really like how it came together, and I hope she is too. So the next place on our list, this is Audie's house. We actually did a build video on this. This is a beachside hula class. So if you missed that build video and you're looking for a how-to video on how to put this space together, please check that out. All in all, we added a nice little decking area for Audie to hang out in, as well as these little hula girls hanging out for their class. And then the interior for Audie's house, we kind of overhauled it to be like a mini diner. Now I know that's sort of the vibe that she has with her original house. I really like her flooring, so I kept that the same, but using a lot of the glow-in-the-dark stickers to sort of create this worn wood panel look on top of the thatch. wallpaper, I think kind of adds a new twist to give it a little bit of a different vibe. It kind of ties everything together with the sable pattern with the Hula girls, and I just sort of wanted this area to be a place where maybe her and her friends can hang out after Hula class, since she's been put in charge of that here on the island of Cocobelle 2.0. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with how this came together. I think it's fun and unique and definitely suits Audie's vibe for sure. Okay, next on the list is Marina's house. Marina's house is a beachy getaway. This was space that I wanted to fill because these areas over by the pier tend to be massive beach areas. And I know a lot of us tend to neglect the beaches. I've been there myself. It's really hard to think of ideas for builds for that. But these areas by the pier, especially now that we have Captain, I think that a lot more people are getting in the habit of decorating at least this space on their beaches, on their islands. So I wanted to kind of create this little getaway place for Marina where she has full access to the pier, kind of a fun little area where she can use her water slide, hang out on her floaty. She can hang out in the hot tub here at night and relax and just sort of enjoy all of the ambiance of this tropical lifestyle that she has here on Cocobelle 2.0. We've used more of the custom designed pond pattern just to kind of fill in the area, which I absolutely love. Now I do have some of the custom design patterns listed in the build videos, so if you've been watching the channel for a while, once again wanted to thank you so much for you guys' support and encouragement. You can usually find a lot of the custom design patterns listed in the description of my build videos. All right, let's pop inside for Marina's house. Yay, it's completely pink. Again, I do love the pink. I feel like the pink villagers deserve all the pinkness that they can get in their houses, but I wanted this to be a little bit more chic for her. I ended up using this wedding wall, which I don't know if I've ever even used this before, honestly, guys, other than visiting the llamas in June to sort of do their anniversary shoot. I feel like this has definitely been a wallpaper that I've been wanting to use in a different way, so I thought Marina looked like she would be a good fit for that. It gives a nice, bright, clean look in the room, and again, more of the stickers with an accent wall. She's got a nice little bathtub where she can relax, and then a little walk-in closet, which I think is perfect for a girl like her who probably enjoys fashion. And we're just really loving all of the bathroom items that were added to the game as well, and the kitchen items since the 2.0 update. Next on the list is this tropical jungle canyon overlook. This is actually for our favorite tiger, Bengal, that we found on our last villager hunt. Super excited to have her on the island, and this part is definitely for sure overgrown. We have a lot of intentional weeds left unplucked over here, tons of these termite mounds, guys, just to sort of create a lot of texture. It's got sort of a canyon overlook on the other side. But let's pop into Bengal's house because I was really excited with how we kind of put together this interior for her. Yes, oh look at her, she's cooking too. Now this is again another example of using some of the interior walls. I love the interior walls and it definitely takes practice, so please be patient with yourself, you guys. It for sure definitely in these small spaces it takes a lot of moving things around, redoing things, but I was really happy how this kind of came together. She has this cute little loft apartment, but for sure she's got differentiated rooms like the kitchen and dining room. She has a little sitting space as well as a small little bedroom there in the corner. So I really liked how this design came together, and you could for sure, if you have a different villager, change up the colors just to kind of go with your villager look and vibe that they have going on. But yeah, really happy with how Bengal's little house apartment area came together. I love that she has the canyon wall as an accent piece in the background, especially given that her yard overlooks the canyon. I really enjoy doing details like that in the game, and so I wanted to point that out to you guys. All right, and last but not least, our last number 10 yard, Cliffside Tiki Hut. This was actually in the Tiki bar build that we did towards the end of Cocobelle 2.0. This is Quinn's yard. She is an amazing eagle villager. Really love her. She's been a great addition to the island, but I wanted her to have a place that was super up high. Definitely third tier because I wanted her to have space as an eagle that she could kind of look over everything. And so what we've created is sort of a 3-tier tiki bar area for her. We've got this middle section here where you can grab a drink, hang out, listen to some music over here on this side, and then you can come down the side of the cliff over here and come to the very bottom first tier level and get a drink down here as well. So it was sort of the idea of creating a multi-tier build, which I'm really a huge fan of. I love interactive builds, but I also love kind of doing unique builds. Instead of just keeping in one space, I sort of wanted to spread this tiki bar out amongst all of the areas. So that's sort of what we created here, just sort of creating this space that's alongside the mountain where you can kind of go to multiple levels to visit the same type of build. I love that there's a few different spots over here where you can get some stellar views. I'm a huge fan of going to an island and finding a lot of views and overlooks and things like that, and I think we accomplished that here for Quinn. All right, so for Quinn's interior, I wanted to again go with the Tiki vibe here. She sort of has this, I don't know, low lit sort of like bar area where you can hang out. Enjoy the air conditioning if you're getting real hot outside, anything like that. But I wanted it to sort of be this casual sort of sports bar but tiki vibe sort of area, and I think we kind of brought that in here. She's got the worn out mat on the floor over here, just a lot of the bright colors like the pinks and splashes of purple that sort of tie it in with her personal coloring as a villager. I just think she's such a beautiful villager, and for sure wanted to highlight that. Just loving the idea of having some of these wall things here, like this lit drink sign, as well as the vines, I think give it a real jungle vibe. So yeah, really happy with how Quinn's Tiki Bar came together. All right, guys, well, all in all, I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me for this video. I hope that this video gave you guys some inspiration and ideas on how you can deck out your jungle-themed island if you have one, or if you've been working on one for a while and you've kind of gotten decorator's block and you're stumped on what to do. I hope that this video kind of gave you at least a few more ideas on how you can deck out your villager yards. I'll probably be doing a few shorts on these videos for villager tours, so I hope you'll join me for that. Other than that, really looking forward to starting some new builds for the fall. We'll be doing some fall city and town tour builds on an island. We'll be leveling that, as well as doing some subscriber island tours. I can't wait to get back out there and see what you all have been up to over the summer, so really looking forward to that. You guys can find me on Instagram at Peppy Crossing Play, so if you happen to visit the dream address for Cocobelle, please tag me in the photos. I absolutely get so much joy and excitement from seeing you guys enjoy the island, and I can't wait to share more exciting build ideas with you here on the channel. It's going to be amazing, so I hope you'll join me. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Wishing you all an amazing day. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.